This is Carl at National RV Detroit. I'm going to walk you through this 2022 Mesa Ridge model 322 RLS. Okay, this is not a sales video or a floor plan video. It's just, I'll go over some of the components and show you how they work. Okay, so first of all, you can see that you have AccuSlide is the brand of slide. You can tell by the cables. Okay, your stabilizers are regular. You know, you can use a drill or a 3/4 inch with a 3/4 inch socket if you choose. But the thing is, these stabilizers here stabilize it front to rear. So you always want to loosen them up when you're going up and down. Once you get it down and the trailer stabilized in the position you want it, then you can tighten it up and it'll take some of the forward and rear movement out of it. Okay. You have a kind of a kitchenette here. I don't know if I should call it that, but it's an outside kitchen. Okay. So you got running water, which actually this is a cap here. This running water actually comes out down here. You can put a hose on it and route it any way you want. The drain, I should say. And then you have, of course, a griddle. Let's see if I can do this with one hand. Yep. A griddle. There's the switch for it. Okay. Move down a little farther. You've got this vent here is the range hood vent. So there are little latches at each side. It's hard to see because it's all black, but if you're going to vent to the outside, you want to get up on a ladder and open those, push up on those latches so the baffle inside flaps freely. That's important, or if you don't, it won't vent to the outside. Okay. Also, you have two power awnings with LED strips. Of course, your stairs fold into the trailer. You got adjustable legs on them, so you can adjust to the terrain. Now this is a quick connect LP fitting right here, so you can put a grill out here, griddle, whatever you want. Just an easy way to access the LP system. Right here you just have signal out for video, for TV, and some power here, so you can put a TV there if you choose to. These lights here are all pre-wired for cameras. So this one, you're going to have a rear backup camera, and then you'll have one of these on each side. So if you want to, you can put a backup camera on there, plus a left and right side camera. Okay, your front power tongue jack. All the controls are right here, as you can see. Okay. So let me look at this again. I should have just went past it. So you can operate your stabilizer jacks from here. Also the power tongue jack from here. And like I said, there's also a 3/4 inch hex on there, so you can actually crank them manually if you choose to. Deep cycle marine battery, 2 LP tanks with an automatic changeover regulator. Of course, here's the other light that you could get the camera kit for. It's hard to see in here, but this device right here is a power inverter. So that inverts power. Inversion is turning 12 volt DC into 110 AC. So it takes the power from your battery, inverts it, and then sends it up to inside the trailer. This one probably just goes to the refrigerator, I would think. I haven't been in there, but I'll look. But either way, that turns 12 volt DC into 110 AC. You also have a converter in the trailer which does the opposite. It goes from AC to DC. I'll show you that when we get in there. This is a kill switch for your battery right here. So if you want to shut it off, you just turn it off. Of course, this is your hitch. It's a Husky centerline sway control, or it's a weight distribution kit with a weight distribution hitch with built-in sway control. There you go. We'll show you how that operates when you come to pick it up. More storage here and here. This is your water heater. The switches to operate it are inside, but keep in mind, this is where it drains, or you drain. Right now the plug is out, it's empty because it's winterized, but that is your drain plug with an anode rod attached to it, and it screws right in there. This takes an 1 1/16" 6-point socket, plus an extension, plus a ratchet or a bar, however you're going to use to break it free. So you should have that, but that's where you drain it from. Never run the water heater without water in the tank. Always make sure you got water in the tank, because if you don't, never get this with one hand, I can't drop the camera here. Okay, I'll just leave it like that for now. So always make sure there's water in the tank. If you don't, the heating element will burn out very quickly. This is open here. So here, the blue, this is a sprayer right here, obviously. The sprayer, let me get down here, goes right here. Okay, your city water connection is right here. So 9 times out of 10 you're just going to be using city water. You hook it up and you're all set. Now if you have to fill the onboard tank, because the campground you're going to does not have city water, does not have plumbing on the campsite, so you can pre-fill your tank right there and then use it to use the electric pump to pump the water. Okay, this is your black tank flush here. So after you dump the black tank, the black tank is toilet water and waste. After you dump it, you leave the valve open, right? Then you can put the hose on there, turn it on, it'll spray the inside of the tank out. Okay, this has just satellite and cable through. We have all your dump levers here, over there. The caps for these are inside the trailer, I'm sure. Okay. So like I said, these are Schwintech slides. They have a slide topper on each one here. Keep your debris and stuff off of it. It's a 50 amp service, so your short cord is 50 amps and 30 feet long. And we give you the reducers too to reduce it down. Okay. You have a ladder, which is a great thing, because you need to, manufacturers state you should inspect the roof every 90 days to make sure it's in good shape. I want to say that I inspected this roof, and I'm not just saying this, that is one of the best laid and sealed roofs I've ever seen. It was a work of art, I'm telling you. You rarely see them that nice. But you want to go up there, check all the sealant for cracking or separation, make sure no water can get in there. Check all the attachments and the roofing material to make sure, maybe a low branch didn't hit it and damage it. Okay, that's every 90 days. And there's the other housing for the backup camera. I told you this will take 3 cameras, one on each side and then one in the back, if you choose to get the kit. Okay. All right. So let's go inside. It's not quite as cold. Maybe I can think straighter, possibly, maybe. Okay. First of all, we come in the door. I showed you the power inverter, which is up front, that inverts 12 volt DC to 110 AC. This is the converter, does just the opposite. Takes 110 AC, it turns it to 12 volt DC. So these are regular circuit breakers like you'd see at home, and they're all labeled. That's the AC side. Then the power is converted to 12 volt DC over here. You see the fuses, and they're labeled. Right, that's where the DC power comes in. Also, importantly, this, when you're plugged in, this is a battery tender. It'll keep your battery charged. Okay. Let me close the door. There could be another switch here somewhere. That's on. That's for sinking it. Here we go. Okay. So, this is your touch panel right here. Pretty self-explanatory. Right now, that's the furnace. It's set at 73 degrees, obviously. You can turn all the lights on and off with one switch, or you can do it separately. But if you want to see your tanks, fresh water's empty, gray 1 is empty, gray 2 is empty, and the black tank is empty. It'll move up as it graduates up. Your electric water heater is on, which you don't want it on because there's no water in it. And you turn the gas on that way, so that's how that works. Your water pump also, you can turn it on and off. I'm not going to go over everything, I'm just giving you a general idea here. The slide outs are here, slide outs and awnings, so you got to scroll it up a bit to see all 3 slide outs. Extend and retract, the awnings, so on and so forth. So everything's controlled from there. When you're pairing, this is a new system. I haven't actually seen it before, but this is the switch you use to pair it. Okay. All right. So let's move this way. First I'm going to turn on the fireplace. You have a fireplace with it, of course. This is the remote. So you can basically set the fan speed. You can, there's off, low, high. You can set the temperature. You can adjust the appearance of the fire. You can, and it's also got a timer on it, so you can set it to turn on, you know, an hour, 15-20 minutes before you get up in the morning, something like that, okay? This is the remote for your sound right here. Now the sound, this is the strap to strap your TV, of course. This has a built-in FM radio. It has USB, so you can stream off the USB. This HDMI is an in, so if you had a Blu-ray player, a portable Blu-ray player or something, you can go into the system through there, or a game machine. 2 speaker zones, one is inside the trailer, one is outside the trailer. It also has Bluetooth, so you can stream from your phone to your tablet. So there's a lot of options with it, okay? TV works like any other TV. And there's the remote right there. This whole thing folds up here, and there's a compartment behind it. You can see that. So you got some storage back there. Now, let me look right here. Okay. I just wanted to make sure it was all set right. This is where the other half of the strap is at, right here. Okay. All right. Microwave works like any other microwave. As you can see. Remember I told you it vents to the outside. This has the vent on it. So this is actually the range hood too. It's got light, vent, and you have to push the baffles on the vent outside to make sure that or push the latches on the baffle to make it sure it flaps freely. Okay, I gotta slow down here and think about what I'm saying. Okay, so this is your range, of course. I don't know if they shut the gas off or not. I have to look here. I think they probably did. Yeah, because I don't hear it. So anyway, I'll just explain how it works. To spark it, you turn this clockwise. That's all there is to it. So you got 3 knobs, 3 burners, and then this one all the way to the right is for the oven. Now the oven has a pilot light all the way at the bottom in the back. Right? You can see it sparking back there. So you're basically going to go to the knob, put it to pilot, depress it, and keep it depressed while you're doing this procedure. You'll start igniting it by turning that clockwise. Once it lights down here, you hold it for another 10 seconds or so to heat it up. Then you go to operating temperature. Right? After you shut it off, the flame goes out, obviously, but so does the pilot light. So you got to relight the pilot light each time you use the oven. Okay. Alrighty. Refrigerator is a 110 refrigerator, so that I'm sure that your power inverter up front sends AC power to this refrigerator. That way, when you're pulling it down the road, for example, you can basically your tow vehicle's alternator will charge the batteries. The batteries will send power to the inverter. The inverter will convert it from 12-volt DC and to AC power and send it to the refrigerator. Okay. All right. This is just a portable or a remote for your power vent, which is right here. The lid and everything operates using this remote, so it's kind of cool. You got the dual seats that fold into another seat. There's a leaf here that comes out, of course. Your seats are kind of cool. They're let me just pull this off so we can see better. But you have light here, as you can see. Then you can extend and retract it. Wait a minute, let me look here. That looks to be a heater and a massage chair, a vibrating chair, I would think. Yes. Okay. And then you manually bring the footrest up, and then this is the ripcord here that you pull. Okay. All right. This is a hide-a-bed that folds out, obviously. These are kind of neat. You have a regular AC plug, and then you've got 2 USBs to charge from. Excuse me. Let me look around here, see if I forgot anything. I don't think I did. Okay, let's move towards. Oh yeah, one thing. This is your carbon monoxide LP gas detector. It should always be green. If not, get it serviced. If it goes off, it's detected LP gas or carbon monoxide, so take everybody outside and figure out what's going on. If it beeps very, very slowly, it's telling you that the batteries are low. So keep that in mind also. The sink and shower work like any other sink and shower. You have another remote here for this vent. Always run the vent with the shower to pull the humidity out. It's important. The toilet, if you go, I'm sure you've owned RVs before, but the toilet, that's the flush pedal. You just flush it, and that's the black tank directly below. So the rule of it using this toilet is you have to always have a dose of chemical and water in the tank before you start using it. Keep that in mind. Anytime you start off empty, by tank I'm talking about the black tank directly below. So when you pull to the campsite, you hook up your water, your power, you come in here, you dump 1 dose of chemical in there, and step on the pedal and hold it while it fills about a gallon of water or so in the tank. Some people use more, it's up to you, but you got to have water and you got to have chemical in there. The smell will be overwhelming. Okay, so this is pre-plumbed and pre-wired. Let's see, is there a light in here? Yeah. For a washer-dryer combo, as you can see. This of course is your wardrobe. Let me look and see if there's anything down here. No, just a crank. Okay. And you can hook up a TV here. Keep in mind that you always want that green light on. That is the digital signal booster for the antenna, so you always want that on. There's a button next to it. You can shut it off, but you won't get a good picture. You got a backer for a mounter plate, a mounting. You got a backer for a TV mount if you want to screw it to that wall. Keep in mind you can't go over 1 inch, so you figure more like 3/4 of an inch. This has 2 speaker zones. Anyway, that's just a sensor for the thermostat. We're back at the control panel. Okay. Okay, just looking at this to see where we're at here. Yeah, this also has a tire pressure monitor, which is cool. Okay. At least it's wired for it. I'd have to talk to your salesman or whoever prepped it to find out exactly. But it has a propane gauge. I mean, that's cool. Talk to your when you come to pick up the trailer. Talk to whoever's working with it to see to get the information on this part of it. It's kind of new to me. Yeah, battery's got 13.3 volts, which is good. This is a different panel than I'm used to seeing. I've seen it one time before. It's BM Pro. It's really, to me, it's very, when it comes to being intuitive, this is much more intuitive than a lot of the other ones, so it's kind of neat. So, okay. Alrighty. So I think that covers it. Yep. So I want to thank you for purchasing your trailer here at National RV Detroit. And, excuse me, I also want you to remember what I told you about the manufacturer stating every 90 days to inspect the roof. That's very important. And keep in mind also, right now, the trailer is winterized, so you'll have to de-winterize it before you use it, okay? Thank you.